remember, and it's getting a little more difficult every day,
Yeah.
a little bit.
I try not to remember all those numbers. I use my cell phone and my smart devices to try to keep some of that information. But recently my smartphone crashed, so it was like I lost a portion of my brain because I didn't have access to that information. So uh, it, you got to balance it out. So yeah,
Hey, this is a trial.
yeah, it is.
When I'm guilty, and I'm sentenced to do this part forever until I change my mind and change my world. And that's what
Absolutely.
this is about, isn't it?
It is. It is. And we're all guilty.
That's the only saving grace I found, is that we're all in it together. I'm not alone. No, really. Nobody is alone. I am with you always. I will never leave you. Omnipresence. Wow. Every word. Every word must be accounted for. That's scripture. Every word. Every word has a meaning. What does it say? What are you saying with it? That's what's important. What you're saying to yourself is very, very important. Someone always asks me, well, why is that important? No, nobody knows what I'm thinking. Well, you don't either, obviously, because you're not enjoying life all that much from what you were telling me, the stories. They're all yours. They're exactly that. It is your story. You made it up in the theater of mind. You saw yourself in a position you didn't want to be in. How'd you get there? Thinking makes it so. There you are. You're in charge, even if you're out of control. And that's not wise. That is really not wise. I, I, I suffered a lot by not listening to that when I heard it from Neville Goddard. See, I heard exactly what he said, and I even, well, kind of knew what he said. And but all I had to do was just test it. That's what he told me. Everything I've told you, all you have to do is just test it. And testing it is just listening to yourself. You're either praising yourself or damning yourself.
Didn't Neville say to you that it didn't sound like you were on your own side?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. He goes, I don't really hear that you're on your own side.
How did you
It
feel
was,
about that? At that
it
moment,
stung.
okay, stung.
Yeah. At that moment, it stung me. And I'm thinking, whoa, wow, and then he comes back with, blessed is the man that does not condemn himself for that which he has allowed. Total forgiveness. Yeah, and then that was from God. He told you that it's your choice. He gave you choose this day, and it always is this day. So you're always on choosing something. Are you liking what you're getting? You have to incorporate this on your mind. And the only way you can do that is by hearing it again and again and again. I know because I had to hear it 1,000 times before it actually kicked in. But the point is that the quicker you do it, according to Neville, it shouldn't take more than weeks. But you see, he's got it absolutely right, because you have so much going on already that you're trying to blend in with, like thinking two things at the same time. You see, and you can't do that. So it just kind of gets lost in the fuzziness of your thinking. And that, actually, that's what everyone's guilty of just goofy kind of thinking. Well, you see, that would be fine if what you were saying now was falling into the past. That's not happening. It's going into your future. You're actually building your future with every word out of your mouth or thought. You're making up your world of experiencing now, because now is the only time there is. And doesn't it tell you, now is the appointed hour for desired change? So you'll get plenty of little pop-ups, especially if you were interested, feeling that you had heard something worthy of your attention. Did you? Did you hear something worthy of your attention? Yeah. Are you going to open it and quicken it? See, Neville said that so many times, open it and quicken it, open it and quicken it, you know? And I say that and someone said, well, what does that mean? Okay, think about it. That's it. In other words, let your mind drift in that direction, because once it does so for a while, you start seeing the benefits.
Listen, I want to touch on something real quick as we're winding down. You know, often you'll speak about God and so forth, and you've kind of disbanded it, but most times people turn off because they think of God of religion, and that's not what you're talking about. So can you expound on that a little bit as we're winding down?
He said, I suffer with you, but you don't behold me not. You understand? In other words, he's that close to you and you still don't get him. See, and the reason you're not getting him is because you're not doing the choosing. You're taking opinions of other people. See, and this, what I'm telling you isn't my opinion. It's my knowledge. That's the difference that makes a difference. I experienced it first person. So I'm sharing with you what was shared with me, because Neville Goddard shared the whole message with me just like I'm sharing with you. And that's all I'm doing. I'm doing the same thing he was doing, and with the same information, only just out of my mind. But that's not the best thing to work with. But somehow it seems to come out all right. But away from here, I'm just Joe. That's all. And you probably wouldn't even find my conversations, well, appealing, let's put it that way. I had a half a dozen of Neville's tapes, and I listened to them at least one every night for years before it actually touched base. I began thinking differently. The importance of having a CD, because what has your focus has your life. Think about it. We're not asking you to join anything, but you have to have the CDs. You have to have the DVDs. You have to listen to them. It's you training this. Listen, listen, listen.
But as Mr. Lindell stated, you have to listen to them repeatedly. And again, for those who are interested, click the link below and it will take you to the 4 CD set, and you'll be able to transform not only your mind, but your world.